What's up everybody, it's Max Digital here where I help you break down technology, and in this video we're going to compare the Google Pixel 4a 5G with the Samsung Galaxy S21 5G on the right. Let's go ahead and take a deeper look. So the main story of the Pixel 4a 5G, it's the cheapest Pixel that offers 5G, comes in with a price of $500. The Galaxy S21, that's the cheapest S21 model out there, and it's down from $1,000 all the way to $800. So these are budget versions of the past. So yeah, these are two lower cost device in a sense. There's other models of these devices with a higher price tag, but these obviously offer 5G. That's the main thing that these offer that have in common between the devices. They both have 5G, so they make these devices very speedy. Out of these two devices, the Pixel 4a 5G is a little bit bigger than the S21. For the overall build quality, they're mostly plastic devices. The Pixel 4a 5G has a plastic back with a plastic frame, while the Galaxy S21 has a plastic back with an aluminum frame. But for the most part, these don't have glass at all on the back. Both of these devices offer eSIM, so that means that you could have two different phone numbers, two different data plans. It's good for international visitors or travelers. Now for the display and the screen, the Pixel 4a 5G has a 6.2-inch OLED display. The S21 also have a 6.2-inch, but it has a dynamic AMOLED display. You have 84% screen to body ratio on the Pixel 4a 5G, and you have slightly more at 87% on the S21. For the resolution, the Pixel 4a 5G is 1080 by 2340. And the S21 is 1080 by 2400, so very similar full HD screens on these devices. The PPI is 413 on the Pixel, 421 on the Galaxy. Overall, these devices have very nice screen to them. For the software, both of these are running Android 11, but you're going to get a stock experience from Google on the Pixel 4a 5G, while you have the Samsung One UI on the Samsung Galaxy. You're going to get several updates on both of these devices, luckily. And it's actually very the same, because you're going to get definitely a couple of years of updates on the Pixel, on every model of Pixel phones. That's its MO. But Samsung has been really doing a good job of updating devices for like 2 to 3 years. The processor, the Pixel 4a 5G has a Qualcomm Snapdragon 765G, which is a step below the Samsung S21. It has the Qualcomm Snapdragon 888, the latest and greatest. And also there's a variant with the Exynos 2100. On a day-to-day basis, doing regular apps, you probably won't notice a difference in performance between these two chipsets, although the Snapdragon 888 will do better in some heavy lifting tasks such as heavy gaming or heavy video editing. Other than that, most people won't notice the difference. For the RAM, the Pixel 4a 5G has 6 gigs of RAM, while the Samsung has 8 gigs of RAM. So both of these amounts of RAM are good. 6 gigabytes is sounds pretty good, especially for the price for $500. While the 8 gigs of RAM will definitely be better, because you are paying for a little bit more expensive, and it's a flagship device, although they've scaled it back from the 12 gigabytes in the past. But overall, unless you're a super power user using tons and tons of apps at the same time, you won't notice any type of crashes or anything like that for apps or closing of apps. So you should be good with either one. So moving on to the internal storage, although one phone, the Pixel 4a, is $300 cheaper than the flagship $800 S21. Both of these offer the same amount of internal storage at 128. You could step it up on the S21 and get 256, but it's going to cost you more. So I gotta give the win to the Pixel 4a 5G, getting a lot of value on the internal storage, especially since neither of these devices have a micro SD card slot. Moving on to the camera system in the back, the Pixel 4a 5G has a 2-camera setup. Main camera is 12.2 megapixels, and the ultra wide is 16 megapixels. The Samsung Galaxy S21 has a 12 megapixel main camera, 64 megapixel telephoto, and a 12 megapixel ultra wide. So you have a more impressive overall camera setup on the Galaxy S21, but it's not to say that the Pixel 4a 5G takes terrible pictures or videos, because it has the 2 most important cameras, the main one and the ultra wide. If you like to zoom in a lot, then the Samsung Galaxy S21 will have your back. But for the most average person taking average shots on everyday quick snaps, you won't see a difference in quality that much unless you really focus your eyes on them. So if you're into photography, definitely you're gonna wanna get the S21. For video resolution, the Pixel 4a 5G has 4K, and the S21 has a massive 8K resolution in video recording. Both of these will be good for most people. I don't think a lot of people will take videos in 8K unless you're a professional, and even then it'll take up a lot of internal storage, so be careful. Selfie cameras are pretty comparable. You have an 8 megapixel shooter on the Pixel 4a 5G and a 10 megapixel on the Galaxy S21. There is a difference in selfie quality. For the video, you get 1080p on the Pixel 4a 5G, while you get 4K on the selfie on the S21. Both of these will be good for the average person, but if you want really crispy videos, you'll obviously have to get the flagship S21. You get a bonus on the Pixel 4a 5G. You get the headphone jack, while the S21 doesn't. So that's a big win if you haven't moved on to fully wireless devices like headphones. You'll be comfortable knowing you can plug in your physical headphones to the Pixel 4a 5G, or your microphone or your aux cord to your car to listen to music. So that'll come in handy for some people. Both of these devices have stereo speakers, and for Bluetooth, they both have Bluetooth 5.0. That's how you'll connect your wireless headphones and your wearables, your smartwatch, your smart band, and speakers and stuff like that. Both of these versions of Bluetooth will connect really easily with those devices. Both of these phones have NFC. That's mostly reserved for payments. USB Type-C on both devices. For the fingerprint sensor, they're slightly different. You have a rear-mounted fingerprint reader on the Pixel 4a 5G. Very reliable and old school way of opening your phone. And you get a more modern under-display ultrasonic fingerprint reader on the Samsung. Both of these devices will open up your phone just fine. You also get a extra on the S21. You get Samsung DeX, which is your phone can turn into a mobile desktop experience. Now for the battery, the Pixel 4a 5G has a 3,885 milliamp battery, so slightly lower than 4,000, while the S21 has a even 4,000 milliamp battery. Both of these are not really impressive battery life. They probably will not last you all day, given that the Pixel 4a is under 4,000 and the S21 has such a great processor, a lot of processing power. You'll be doing a lot of stuff on the S21, and yeah, 4,000 is not gonna be enough. A lot of phones out there that come at cheaper price point, they are like 5,000, 6,000 milliamp batteries. So not very impressive by the battery life. but you do get fast charging on each of these devices. 18 watts on the Pixel, 25 watt on the S21. S21 also gets reverse wireless charging and Qi wireless charging as well. So my overall thoughts on these two devices is that the Pixel 4a 5G is going to give you that one-of-a-kind stock Android feeling with 5G. So this is a very affordable stock 5G phone from the Pixel line, and you'll get several updates in the future. Keeps it very simple, takes great pictures. You get a lot of value from this device. The S21 has all the flashy features, has a great processor, very great camera system. It has all the charging capabilities, but it does cost $800, which is not too bad for what this phone offers. It went down from $1,000 from the S20. So both of these devices will do everything on a regular basis. It just depends on what kind of software you like on your phone, and if you like the camera quality and video quality, if that matters to you. That's the only differences that I see, but they're both great devices at different price points. So thanks for watching, guys. It's Max Digital. Peace out.